friends, welcome back to my channel. And right as I decided to do this intro, Charlie's chasing his tail and Harley is breathing so heavy it sounds like she has asthma. That's fine. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. Today's video is a vlog that should have gotten done in like April, but it is September tomorrow, so that's the tea, you know. So this is Reading My Friend's Favorites Part 2, and in this, I'm watching Charlie be the worst. Can you lay down? Good boy. So in this, I'm going to be reading, I haven't decided if I'm just going to do 2 or I'm going to do 3, but these are going to be my friend's favorites from a list that we created around December of last year, January of this year. Anyway, here we go. The first book that I decided to read is going to be These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. This is Ashley over at Of Fiction and Fantasy. This is one of her picks, and so I have it, and I showed you that I ripped it on accident. So this is one of Ashley's picks, and I am only on like chapter 4. I think I'm like 40 pages in right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna be reading this first, and then you will see after I finish this what else I decide to read, and so on and so forth. This book is set in 1926 Shanghai, and it is basically a Romeo and Juliet retelling, period. So I'm gonna go do that, and I'll see you probably at the 50% mark. Guys, what's up? My book's over there. I don't want to get it. So I just hit the 50% mark of These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, and I'm making my way through this. I'm slowly going through it. It's been a couple days actually, and I'm not having a bad time, but I'm not having a great time anymore. So the beginning of this book was really interesting, and just everything that the characters were talking about and kind of doing were really interesting, and I was interested to see, other than in Namesake and Dueling Families, how this would like Romeo and Juliet itself out. And I'm not digging how it is. And there's this whole thing about like a virus or something happening, and I just don't get it. So I think we're just chilling, hanging out, listening. I was physically reading it, and then I had to do some stuff, so I popped on the audiobook, and that's what got me to the 50% mark. So I'm not having a great time, but I'm not having a horrible time. So I am just gonna keep listening and reading, and when I come back at the end, I'll have more coherent thoughts, because it is 11 p.m. and my arm is sleepy because I'm holding this, and my body is sleepy. So I will check back with you guys at the 100% mark when I'm done, and we will have better thoughts, and I will say more in what I'm rating it and everything. So okay, so here we are. Are you gonna get up there? Thank you. So here we are, and I am finished with These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. And did I ever explain what this is about? I don't know. This is set in 1926 Shanghai. It's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and we follow Juliet and Roma, and they're in 2 rival gangs. I don't even remember what they're called at this point. The White Flowers and the Scarlet Gang. Boom. Something starts happening to the people in the gangs, and they are kind of going crazy. Some stuff's happening. Things are happening. Things are doing. I am going to be honest. The first probably 100 and so pages, probably the first 130 pages I really loved. And then the last like 40 pages I really loved, but everything in between I hated. I didn't like it. I was bored. I didn't understand. This is probably a book that I might I might reread, and I might reread, I might more eyeball read it than listen to it like I did. And I'm probably definitely gonna pick up the second book just to know what's kind of going on, and because it left on a cliffhanger and I want to see what's gonna happen. But this was not it for me. This did not give me the ooh-ah sensation that I wanted it to. So I don't know if I said this. I give it 3 stars. Sorry, Ashley. I'm really sorry. I wanted to love this. I really, really did. The cover is stunning. I just didn't, it didn't give me what I wanted. So I didn't like it. That's all I have to say, because I'm bad at explaining why I like and dislike things. Cool. Okay, so the next book I'm gonna read for this vlog, Read My Friend's Favorites, is gonna be Martine's book. So, and then the book that I decided I wanted to read for this is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Other than Heartstopper, I don't think I've read any other Alice Oseman book. And actually Solitaire by Alice Oseman has been on my Goodreads want to read shelf since like 2014. It's one of the oldest things on my Goodreads want to read shelf. But we're not reading Solitaire for this. We are reading Radio Silence. I don't know anything about Radio Silence, but I feel like it has a radio element. Maybe a podcast, maybe they're radio hosts. I don't know, but we're about to find out. So I'm gonna go read that, and I'm gonna get to the 50% mark, and we are gonna see what happens.
Hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing.
Hello. So it is me again. Welcome back. I got to the 50% mark of Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. I actually read the first 50% of Radio Silence last night. In kind of one sitting. I was doing some sprints in our little group chat. And then after that, I kind of was just sitting in my mom's room reading the rest of the 50%. And this is like the only time of day that I've had to pop in and say hi and that I've gotten there. So basically we follow this girl, Frances, and she is a quote high schooler. It's England, you know. I think she's in grade, she's in grade 12? Grade 13. I think she starts in grade 12, and then where I'm at right now, she's in grade 13. But you kind of follow her, and she's like the head girl, and she's kind of nerdy, and she really keeps to herself. But she's got like this secret obsession with this like YouTube podcast thing that is similar to Welcome to Night Vale, where it is like a story, and like the host is telling the story, and the host is named Radio Silence, and the story is called Universe City, and she actually draws fan art, and this is like a really niche, like I think it's only got like 30,000 people who listen or whatever. And then one day she finds out who Radio Silence is, and they kind of spark up a friendship, and it's just about her tangle of life, trying to be head girl, trying to be this like very like specific type of girl, and then her friends along the way, her school friends that only know her as like this smart, quiet girl, and then her side friends that kind of know her as this weird, nerdy girl. And I am not sure where this is gonna go, but I am absolutely devouring it. I am loving it so much, and I cannot wait to keep reading it. But that is kind of what I have for the book. I don't know if I have any like life updates for you guys. I've just been chilling, reading my books, helping my mom out, and yeah, that's kind of it. We're going to Ollie's tomorrow. I don't know if you are familiar with an Ollie's, but if you are kind of on the, I think I think they're on the East Coast. I'm not exactly sure what states they're actually in, but it's like this big, huge, like bargain store. But they're on the East Coast, but there's actually one opening near me tomorrow. So Mom and I are gonna go tomorrow and check it out. I'm really excited. I'm excited to look at the book section. I heard sometimes Ollie like bangs hard with the book section. I'm excited for like the household goods. I don't know what we're gonna find. I don't know what we're gonna get, but you will see that Ollie's adventure tomorrow. So I am gonna go inside, and I have some little bit of work to do, and I am gonna read some of the other books that I'm kind of reading right now, and then I'm gonna read Radio Silence, and maybe I'll finish it tonight, maybe I'll finish it tomorrow. I don't know, but that's all I got. So
hey, I got something to say. I'm just so sick of hearing everyone complain. I know it's tough and I know there's pain, but hitting bottom is the only way to change. So I'll keep hustling, you keep struggling. Bitch, I'm humbling, keep mumbling. I'll keep doubling, you keep bluffing. You've got nothing, I'll keep...
Here's the tea. So I finished Radio Silence last night, and here's my chat to tell you what I thought. I'm obsessed. I'm literally so obsessed with this. Martine, thank you for bringing this into my life. I was gonna read it eventually, I think, had you not brought it into my life, but you not necessarily forced me, but you gave me a very specific reason why to read it, and I thank you for that, because I gave this book 5 stars. I am kind of transitioning out of my like quote contemporary young adult life. I do not ever really enjoy contemporary young adult. Did I say adult? Contemporary young adult. I don't usually particularly enjoy that as of late. Usually those books kind of sit at like a 3-star for me. But Radio Silence was a big fat 5 stars. I just really loved all the characters, and I felt like it kind of talked about some situations that are very heavy and very deep, and I think that is something that Alice Oseman does really well with their work. And I think that I'm staring at a lizard. I greatly apologize. I think that everybody should read this. So even if you're only on the Heartstopper train, if you've never read Alice Oseman, I think you should read Radio Silence. It was really good. It makes me want to go listen to podcasts. It actually, I feel like this particular book like reignited my reading. And I'm not saying that like I wasn't in a reading slump or anything, but this book, like I was constantly thinking about it, and I was thinking about like, oh, well, I just need to do these couple things, and then I can go lay down and read my book, and I can get back into this world, and I can see what Frances is doing, and I can see what everybody's doing, and I can see how it's gonna go. And it like kind of moved me. Like there were some things that were said and done in this book that I really like, my whole body hurt in like an emotional way, and I couldn't decide if it was about me or if it was about people I know or if it was about just like life and living in general. Like I felt this really strong connection to this book, and period. So that is that. So this was part 2 of reading my friend's favorites. The next part, I've got 2 more books for you, and I think the 2 books that I have left are the only ones that are going to be in a reading my friend's favorites. There is one other book that I would have to read, but that is going to be in a different video, not a read my friend's favorites, but in that video, whenever you see it, it'll get mentioned that that was also a read my friend's favorite for their favorites last year. Anyway, that's the thing. So thank you guys so much for watching. That is really everything I have. Please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you need to do to help out my channel. And have you read any of these books? Did you enjoy them? Did you dislike them? Based on what I said about these books, do you have any recommendations for me? I would love a recommendation. But again, that is everything I have, and I will check you guys in my next video. Bye.